Hope. Now, that's a word I use a lot. I'm not quite sure there's been very much of it in politics in the last few weeks. You know, an optimistic chap, but you've got to be realistic about it, haven't you? So instead of just rocking in the fetal position, dribbling, having a little cry about things, what I'm doing is going on a quest to find some hope. And one of the main sources of hope for me at the moment is this new initiative set up by an organisation called Reclaim, based here in Manchester, near where I'm from, Stockport technically, but and it's organising young working class people to be leaders. And they've set up this new movement, well, they're setting it up, that's what we're here today to find out about, called Team Future. These young people I'm going to meet today, I think they're not just going to inspire me, I think they'll inspire you as well.
Once upon a time, there was an EU referendum, and in this EU referendum, there was one bit that did hurt us the most. We were left out in making decisions that influence our future.
It's screwed into our heads that our whole future lies within a few letters that's put on a piece of paper at the end of our GCSEs. But if it's that simple, then why can't we put one cross in a box that could surely decide our true future?
Today we stand united, and today we stand together because
united, our voices are stronger and we can make the change that we want to see in our society.
So join Team Future today.
Team Future, this is this new initiative, this thing that's now been set up. And it was the idea of a couple of young people. So just explain, where did it come from and what do you hope to get out of it?
Well, the whole Team Future initiative came directly straight out of Brexit. Two of our young people, Sam and Elijah, came into the office, found everyone looking a little bit ashen-faced about, really concerned about the way the country was going. And they said, we need to be optimistic, we need to be hopeful, this is our future. We had no say in what's happened, but we've got to create something better than this. They were a bit outraged about what was going on with leadership as well. They said that we're in a mess and everyone seems to be running away from their leadership responsibilities. So that's where Team Future was decided.
What are the big challenges that need to be overcome then?
The challenges were always big, and now sometimes they feel a bit impossible. I genuinely feel that. I just feel that they're so marginalised, and those who speak for them don't know them. And I feel that increasingly, when you look at our politicians, when you look at our leaders of every sphere, they're not people who know these communities, they're not people who've ever lived in these communities, who've ever walked in their shoes. And the challenges that working class young people have got are real. And I think that actually it's about time that we let some of them kind of do for themselves and lead for themselves. And I'm more encouraged by the leadership models that I see within our 13, 14-year-olds and sometimes the ones I see in government.
So firstly, to get them into positions of power and influence, and also make those in power at the moment force them to listen whether they want to or not.
Yeah. People don't realise that these kids have got viewpoints, they've got dreams, they've got aspirations, they've got people they want to be, they've got people they aspire to be. We don't see them. And so what we're hoping with this is that actually shine a spotlight on them, putting them on stage, letting people see that there'll be young people from cities all around the country who are like, actually, I can do it too. So if it can catch on, they want a social movement, and I just think, well, why not? And why can't adults support them for once rather than adults setting the agenda?
In this room, we all feel like we're part of Team Future. If you need leaders of Team Future, who are those leaders?
Working class young people, because it's led by the working class, but for young people.
Okay, right, now we're getting somewhere then.
It should be very diverse, because that's how we want our leaderships to be, definitely. So young people from different religions, different aspects, different cultures, that they must not just be the normal young people. They must be the young people that are disengaged as well. They should be the young people who feel very passionate about this. So young people like us, but also young people that are out there on the streets that have broken away from the social norm. The fact that they were strong enough and passionate enough to break the status quo, that shows something. So we need to give voice to the voiceless in this situation, not just amplify them, but empower them.
A lot of older people feel as though it's your age determines how much knowledge you kind of have, and I don't really agree with that. I think it's, a lot of times young people are just made out like we're lazy and like we go on social media and we sleep and that's it. But we do have an opinion, and it's a very valid opinion, and that, we have, just because we're young doesn't mean that we feed into the stereotype.
Are you optimistic? Do you think something like Team Future organises young people across the country to become leaders, to force people to listen? Do you think that will work?
Yeah, for the future, I just kind of want to encourage young people to try and get into politics. We are equal, and I feel like classism is definitely a thing that's happening, and it doesn't matter where you come from. Like, I can be from Manchester and still achieve what someone from London can.
So you think at the moment politics just doesn't look like the country it's supposed to serve, does it?
Yeah.
Is that, it's not representative, and you want to change that?
I mean, the whole point of being a politician is to fight for the people. Whether, you know, obviously it depends what party you're in, but you're fighting for the people. And a lot of times it just seems like they're trying to fight for themselves. We're determined to try and make people listen, and we have an opinion and we want people to hear it. And so if people will hear it, then I definitely think we can lead some sort of change.
So partly Team Future is about empowerment.
Empowerment, change, as well as hope. It isn't exclusive to just Manchester, because there are many other cities across the UK with like many other people in those cities that also share that common goal and that common motive for change.
People watching this who are like, oh, this is interesting, you know, but how do you sum up to them what it is and why they should get involved?
If you want your future to be something better and something to strive for and something that's basically worth fighting for this generation and for many generations to come, you must play a part in building your own future, because the future concerns us all.
Do you think a national movement could be born out of this? Can you see that?
On Brexit Day, I didn't think a national movement could be born out of it, no, but they're starting to convince me that possibly, yes. Because I think that people are craving something different and something better and something purer and something real. And actually listening to a 13, 14-year-old articulate, as I have today, the life they want to see and what they're willing to do to achieve it, I'd buy into that.
Are you optimistic about the future?
I feel you want me to say yes. I feel
what a loaded question. What are you trying to suggest?
I feel that possibly things are going to get worse before they get better. But I think they will get better because they must.
What an inspiring bunch. Arguably more switched on than most of the people running the country. This is such an important new movement, because young working class people arguably have suffered the most from the sorts of policies governments have introduced over the last few years. This is about actually giving them a voice and actually trying to change society. Pretty ambitious, but I think pretty necessary. So this is a movement I want you all, as much as possible, to not just follow, but hopefully to get involved with in the coming weeks and coming months. And maybe, just maybe, it could be something really big that can help change things for the better and re-inject a bit of hope. Wouldn't that be nice? So that's what we're going to do. We've got obviously loads more videos, so do click on those, click on the other interviews and so on we've got loads of cracking new videos on the way. Leave your comments, I want to hear your thoughts. What would you like this movement to do? What are the issues you'd like it to raise? How do you think you could help change things in your own community? So do leave those comments. Subscribe. I'll see you next time.